Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look as well on the cryptocurrencies. So by far, Bitcoin stands in relatively tight range. We do not see any decisive steps. So in general, yes, by this view, you could see that market is moving slightly higher. And first glance, it seems that it's out of the pennant. But in general, this is just a subproduct of the way how I have plotted. So if I will set this target point right here, as you can see in general consolidation stance. In general, we could say that actually market stands in consolidation until market is forming the narrowing swings, when the next swing is smaller than the previous one. And once market will start out of this consolidation, you should see the breakout. So you should see the swing in one or other direction that will be greater than the previous one. So hopefully, if it will be bullish breakout, we will move above this top and breaking of the confidence area, while downside breakout probably will be with the longest swing to the downside. The fundamental background that stands right now, it's not very friendly for the Bitcoin, as we told about this very often, and we see that probably the support that Bitcoin right now has, it more stands as some kind of the monetary support. Is that some money is moving out from the Europe, investing in assets in the United States, and Bitcoin is one of the asset that probably is getting its own piece of cake. So that explains why some demand stands, but the overall performance stands very lazy and heavy, which suggests that the overall sentiment of the investors still not very positive. And we do not see massive inflow, massive purchasing of the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general right now, which makes us think that the bearish sentiment is still stands in the market, and it is not time yet to change our long-term view that market is ready to go higher, because we do not have any signs of the bullish reversal on the lower time frames. In particular speaking, so here, as I said, we do not have something really decisive. If you intend to make investment in the cryptocurrencies, we think that it makes sense to wait a bit more and see what will happen. On the daily chart, market mostly stand in some range, some consolidation, that is forming right after the drop. So here you could also draw it as the triangle. It might be drawn as you can see, some kind of the flag consolidation, which is potentially also bearish, and we're not exclude chance that we still could get the action to the OP target. It is very easy to imagine if, for example, you plot here as kind of the butterfly, for example, right here. So maybe it will not be directly right here, but 162 will be around 2760. So easily could be done. So there's no problems for the market to form it. That actually makes us to keep the target valid. It's just because as a performance of the market here looks not impressive, as overall fundamental background not very bullish, as technically it is very easy to imagine the pattern that might be formed to the downside. That's why we could accept some intraday bullish setups that you could trade, but in the longer term, we do not see reasons to be positive on Bitcoin by far. Speaking on the technical trading process right now, we see that here the bears could get some chances as market is coming to resistance. So take a look at the 4-hour time frame chart. That's the triangle that we have just discussed. With this A, B, C, D pattern, market is coming to the border of the triangle, and it is completed the OP. The XOP target stands slightly higher, around 46.30, but if you'll take a look at the speed of the legs, AB stands faster than the CD. Here we have the real slowdown of the upper direction. As also we've got this triple to sell pattern. It's more chances that market turns down right from here. So usually to move to the XOP, market should show more or less significant impulse action, something of that sort. In this case, you could count on reaching the XOP here. But with a slowdown, chances on the downside action here looks more probable than the action to the XOP. Besides, here with this recent type of action on the hourly chart, you could identify forming a Gartner's triple to sell pattern, a 3-drive sell pattern, which is market almost done, and potentially around the 43.50 it might start the downside reversal. At least it is suitable stop for bears, is just because it lets you to place relatively tight stop. For instance, you could make the position based on the 3-drive directly, or you could use a bit longer term scale on the 4-time frame chart. You could consider the butterfly that I have just shown you and place stop somewhere above this area. This is relatively tight stop, but potential of this trade, if market indeed starts dropping, might be significant. So from the bearish point of view, there's absolutely no problems with dealing with this setup. It's good risk reward ratio. You could place relatively tight stop. You have the pattern, by the way, here that also might be used. So if you are watching chances to go short, this might be interesting to you. For the bulls, guys, personally, with all this stuff in place, I do not see big reasons to go long right now. So we need to get something really more valuable. This market could show it's ready for reversal. With this type of action that we see, it's very choppy and heavy, very slow action, negative background. Personally, I have no desire to take any long position by here.